Hello, YouTubers. Today or tonight, whenever you're watching us, I am filming this review video. At nighttime. It is. What time? It is 9:09 at night, and I just got done watching Chucky, season 2, episode 1. So I'm gonna say right now, right fucking now. If you don't want any spoilers, if you don't want to hear any fucking spoilers, turn away now. I will not be mad. At least I know that you hopped on in the beginning, but I would feel a whole lot better if you turn off now, because this episode is something you guys would want to prefer to watch, not knowing what every spoiler is. You guys would love the Easter eggs that they have in there, but anyway, fair warning, last warning, spoilers ahead. If you guys stay on, that's your guys' fault, not mine. So let's continue. Today, while I was at work, I honestly, there was a lot of things in October that I was so excited for, deeply and emotionally. First off, what is the Werewolf by Night Marvel Halloween special on Disney Plus, and only on Disney Plus. Terrifier 2, which I will not be able to go see, sadly, because it's only playing in the theater in Spokane and Seattle, and I'm not gonna go just to go see one damn movie. Third was Halloween Ends, which I'm excited for. As a Halloween fan I am, as I should be. And then the fourth, last but not least, the Hellraiser Hulu movie. I am also excited. On the side of Halloween Ends, I am excited for Hellraiser. So, there's that. But today at work, I was on my calendar while I was taking a break. I was eating a grilled cheese, drinking a soda, on my phone, looking at my calendar. I'm like, wait, today's Wednesday. What? And I'm like, oh, okay, October, Wednesday. Today's the first episode of season 2 of Chucky TV series. I'm like, how could I forget? I'm a big, huge Chucky fan, and I forgot. And I'm like, well, I can't really blame myself, because like I said, I'm excited for Marvel's Werewolf by Night, Halloween Ends, Terrifier. Even though I cannot go see it in theaters, I'm still excited for it, because I know it will come on Redbox and Tubi and DVD and Blu-ray. How, if I haven't said, yeah, and Hellraiser, so I'm like, okay, I can't really be that mad. But what I was also mad about up ahead before I watched this episode is that I was planning to wear my Chucky shirt. Okay, even though, yeah, I grabbed my knife and my Heart of Umbrella necklace, I just took it off. Didn't think I would do a review, but after I just put it back, I'm like, nah, I'll just leave it, do the video, still have the knife. But I'm like, I was gonna wear my Chucky shirt, like I did with season 1. when the shirt I wear today was the Batman shirt. I'm like, oh well, you know what? I'll just slap on the necklace, grab my favorite Chucky knife, and that'll be good. You know what? After watching the first episode, I'm really not that disappointed no more about wearing the Batman shirt. Because, as I'll get into, first, I really didn't have any negatives. Actually, wait, I do. One fucking negative. Which I'll get into later. But other than my one negative, although, okay, fine. Out of everyone that they had in that group, I knew it wasn't gonna be Lexi's sister, Lexi, Jake, Devin. I knew it wasn't gonna be any of them. But anybody else, seriously. But anyway, I'll get into that later. But just get off my chest right now here. I did not have any negatives. I did not have any negatives with the first episode. Except one. But what I did like with the title, how they just the title of the episode is Halloween 2, which to me, I feel like it's a Don Mancini trying to do a reference to Halloween 2 once again, because quote unquote, in the first season when they did the episode in the hospital, Don Mancini said that's an Easter egg of Halloween 2 because Laurie Strode was in the hospital and Michael Myers was chasing around in the hospital. But I'm guessing Don Mancini is going to try and pull the same excuse but with the episode title, Halloween 2. What was the title for that one? For that movie? That Michael was chasing Laurie around the hospital? Halloween 2. So, I do like I love how they do, like, form the Chucky name with, like, the needles, the gravestones, and all that. I love how they did it with the pumpkins this time. But, with the pumpkins, I actually saw, like, the Chucky face. There was a Chucky face, as they showed in the episode, that Jake stabbed with the butcher knife. So that, and you see a Chucky face, even though, okay, not trying to be mean, I know it's a Chucky TV series, but if Jake is scared of Chucky, why would you carve Chucky's face on a fucking pumpkin? Andy would not have done that. But anyway, moving on. You also see a pumpkin of Chucky standing, kind of like standing and holding his knife like this. And then you see a pumpkin of a Tiffany doll face. So, and then that's all I saw. That's all I was able to saw. And then the Chucky title. And then when Jake and Devin said goodbye, okay. I thought it was very when they first said their goodbye, it was very manly, it was very awesome, even though they were trying to hold themselves back at the romantic gay part of them, which, okay, I did see Jake's point of view, but I saw more of Devin's point of view. Fuck them. Not trying to be mean, but shit. Yes, you are gay to a certain point. We're in a new freaking year stage, even though, yeah, we still had those people. And even though we still have those people, we're in that new age of who fucking gives a shit. And I could tell when they showed Devin's foster parents is that they were those type of people, like Andy's foster dad, and Child's Play 2, which I'm pretty sure he would feel the same way if Andy was gay. Which if Andy is, that's cool, and even if the actor is too, that's awesome. But when Andy's foster brother, which I also thought that was also very unique, because to me, I think to Don Mancini, he would also use the excuse that's another callback to, and I think every Chucky fan will feel that way, that it's a callback to Child's Play 2, that Andy was a foster kid, Kyle was a foster kid, they were foster brother and sister. Let's give Jake that type of foster feeling type thing. And when I heard the little foster brother say, "Jinkies, Batman, what's taking you so long? The Batcave is waiting for us." I'm like, okay, I don't feel as bad no more. I feel pretty damn good. And I loved how the young kid was acting like the 1966 Batman and Robin. I truly liked how that young kid was acting like that Robin from 1966. That was so awesome. And seeing that little kid and Jake dress up as Batman and Robin, that even felt my heart even more when once again mistakenly wear a Batman shirt on a Chucky night. It just felt my heart a lot more comfortable when I wear a Batman shirt. And I understand when Devin called Jake on Halloween night, and how all three of them's going through shit, the same trauma with Chucky, even though it's a little bit different. It's still dealt with them three with the Chucky doll, and how each three of them kind of spread apart, and how their friends, that Lexi, Jake, and Devin's friendship, and even just Jake and Devin's relationship, was like this at the end of season 1, but beginning of season 2, it's like trying to stay steady on a thin ass string. That's how thin it was. And I did like to see how strong Jake was to the little foster brother, because there was just something. I think there was just something that clicked right away when Jake and that little boy met each other, and they just grew close, which that's something that I can feel strong with, that felt true. And I think that's gonna be even the hardest part when Devin and Jake when Jake no, not Jake, Devin is gonna try and do his move, do his, like, speech, lovey talk, hold hands, hug, kiss. Shit like that is gonna be hard from this point on with Jake, because Jake just lost. Jake lost that little foster brother that he was very strong, close with. Because to that little boy, he was Robin, and Jake was his Batman. Jake was Batman, and that little boy was his Robin. And yeah, that's my negative. That was what pissed me off a lot more, is that Chucky, when that little boy saw a second doll, there was a second doll, which I'll also get into. He stopped and looked at it, looked at the doll, and Chucky jumped onto the kid and triggered a bomb Chucky made by hand with his little dolly hands and killed the kid. Which actually, it made me cry. It was very emotional for me. And also, I thought it was not a whole lot of funny, just a little bit. Because as Jake and that little boy was Batman and Robin, even though the little boy was acting like the 1966 Robin, when he died, it actually reminded me of that scene when he died, and with the bomb, it actually reminded me of something. Another Batman story that I know a lot of people love dearly, close to their heart, is the death of Robin on the Red Hood story plot. And I thought, okay, at that moment, if they still want to, if Don Mancini still want to continue to that, it's more of a part that explains the Red Hood story plot, is that Jake is Batman, Chucky at that point is Joker, and the little boy is still is Jason Todd Robin. Joker pushed the trigger, and not even though Joker walked away and lived before he pushed the trigger, Robin died, but in the comics he returned and became Red Hood. And I understand we needed a death, a kill in the first episode, which I totally understand that, and I totally respect if that was the direction Don Mancini was going for. Kind of a 1966 Batman and Robin theme, mixing with the Jason Todd storyline. I can totally understand that, and I can totally respect that. I was just really pissed that the little kid had to die. But moving on, when I saw the Tiffany pumpkin, the doll Tiffany face pumpkin, it explains more later in the episode, and kind of spoils the part in the episode a little bit, because Lexi's mother, and Lexi's little sister all go to family therapy. And the therapist pulls out the Tiffany doll 1.0 from Bride of Chucky, and the beginning of Bride of Chucky that Tiffany pulls out herself and gives to Chucky as a more kiss my ass, you and I will never happen. You got your wife. Be happy. We see that doll again, but with the green eyes. And the therapist gives it to Lexi's little sister, which slowly, which I don't think it was just the doll. I also believe it was Lexi herself that helped push her little sister back onto I want to be a killer path. So I think, okay, season 1, we got Junior. Season 2, we're gonna get Lexi's sister. So yeah, the Tiffany doll, we got to see 2 dolls. The Tiffany doll 2.0 that we see more longer in Bride of Chucky, and then like 2-3 scenes we see of Tiffany before she transformed into the badass kiss my ass biker doll. And then we get to see, and then we also get a comedy scene, which I also really loved, even though it was in the beginning of the episode, which I know a lot of fans might not agree with. We get to see 3 Chucky dolls, and then later, before the first part ended, we got to see even more Chucky dolls. Because it went back to that part where Andy was driving the truck and he got interrupted with Tiffany. And suddenly we go into the back, and honestly there's a lot more space than I thought there was at the end of season 2. But hey, we get to see 3 dolls out of their packaging. 1 was bald, and 2 had hair. And they were cracking jokes, like, the bald one's like, hey, you got a knife? And they're like, well, first he's like, the second one, he's like, yeah, I got a knife. They pass it out. Oh, whoa. And he's like, and the bald one is like, what? You never saw a bald person before? And they're like, no, but you know what they say. And he's the bald one's like, hey, I want to be talking, noodle arms. You know what they say about bald people. And Tiffany's like, and the third one, he's like, hey, do we know that guy? I swear. They're like, I can't put our finger on it, but he does look familiar. And Andy, it clicked into Andy's head while he's looking at them. He doesn't know what they don't remember him. They don't remember him at all. So what I'm thinking is, even though Chucky jumps, even if Chucky just jumps one body to a body, and not to multiple bodies at once. Okay, one body, and then one body gets executed, jumps into another body. Yeah, he'll remember Andy, but into multiple bodies, that has Voldemort's little tiny soul split into multiple dolls, obviously just shows he can barely remember who Andy is. And then that's where Tiffany steps in, and he even said it right in front of Tiffany. They don't remember him. They don't. They don't know what you did. And Tiffany's like, you shut up. Don't make me come back there. Get back into your fucking boxes. And the third one is like, whoa. And the other two is like, yeah. They all three said, they're hot. She's hot. and then that's when Andy just did his whole hero thing. And then, like, turned the truck when Tiffany wasn't expecting it. Dropped the gun. Shot Tiffany. And then you see all the dolls coming out of their boxes, crawling on the truck, and then you see, and then Andy drops the truck off of a cliff, and it ends the scene where you see all the Chucky dolls flying in the air like rain falling, and you even question it later on. When Chucky said that not a whole lot of them survived, and apparently the longer they walk around and move around and do shit, their memories slowly come back. Charles Lee Ray memory slowly comes back. So and Chucky said, who knows how many survived the crash? He's like, I mean, I was lucky enough, and we were all falling off the truck. So who knows how many are running around? Because Jake and Devin asked that question, and Lexi asked at the end, how many of them are still walking around? Who knows? And even though the first act ended where you're like, okay, Andy is dead for sure. Nobody can survive that flying truck crash off of that fucking cliff. Apparently, not a whole lot of Chucky fans will believe that shit. Just like the house boom, Kyle dead thing. Yeah, nobody will believe that shit. Not even Chucky fans. Chucky fans still believe Kyle survived. I still believe Kyle survived. That's how naive Chucky fans are, because I'm one of them. So, I'm pretty sure if I watch other reviews that I follow of Chucky fans, and tell you right now who those people were, and I will tell you this now, Andy did survive that truck crash. He did not die. No way in hell that's how Don Mancini would end Andy Barclay's trilogy. Saga, whatever you want to put it. Don Mancini has a lot more respect and would end Andy and Kyle's life with a lot more respect than a house blown up and a truck crash. But, explosion. But, anyway. And then, how they ended the episode, it is basically how I kind of thought they would build up slowly, but I guess not. I guess they decided to rush it, and threw Jake, Devin, and Lexi into that at first I thought was just a school of church people. I shouldn't say church people. A Catholic, Jewish, whatever, church school. Learning, whatever. That I also find out later on, it's also a prison. So I went back into my thoughts and I'm like, okay, so it's a church, school, prison. For young kids to learn, probably. So yeah, Jake and Devin's gonna go through that problem again. And Lexi is and they're gonna stop Lexi and probably strap her to a chair to stop doing drugs. Which, okay, uh, um, which also you find out the church, school, prison building that Jake, Devin, and Lexi are at is basically the same building they bring up in season 1. That basically was and no longer a what's the word I'm looking for? Foster kids doubt basically a place that you go and adopt foster kids. That Chucky was at, and how he met Eddie Caputo and Chucky's younger years when Chucky was a foster kid. Yeah, that was the same. That's the building. That's the same exact building as Jake said, or Devin. That was Chucky's and Eddie Caputo's foster home. And no longer is a foster home, but now turned into a church, school, prison. So, sorry this review was so long. Honestly, I try to make them short, but the way... I'm not even gonna bother explaining this. Because I had to do it with my mom and sister. But anyway, if you guys watched the episode, what did you guys like about the episode? What did you guys did not like? What jokes of Chucky's what line of Chucky, including the jokes of Chucky, did you like from this episode? What action scene? What, basically also goes with the kill. Hang on, let me refresh. What Chucky, action and kill scene did you like? What Chucky line and joke did you like? Or dislike? What part of Jake, Devin, and Lexi did you like or dislike? And what do you think is gonna happen to Lexi's sister? Drop a comment. Also, drop a comment down below. What's your favorite Child's Play movie? Well, what's your favorite Chucky movie / TV series? Is it Chucky 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Or is it season 1 or season 2 so far? Even though we just got the first episode. What's your favorite Chucky weapon? What's your favorite Chucky look? Yeah. Click, hit, slash that like button and follow button. Have a nice day or night whenever you're watching this. Kill out.